back to my channel. It's Taylor here. So first thing I'd like to say is I want to apologize if the lighting is not that great. My window is over here and the light's coming in at a weird angle. So yeah, I kind of cannot help the lighting in this video. I'm very sorry about that. But anyways, let's get into the video. Alright guys, but today we are going to be talking about, and I'm going to be showing you 5 different exercises that you can do that will help strengthen, stabilize your core to help with lower back pain. So now these are going to be exercises that I'm going to be incorporating into my own fitness routine from now on, just because I've noticed that I need a bit of a stronger core because I feel like that there is being too much tension put in my back during weightlifting. Now these exercises are great even if you're not a weightlifter. It doesn't matter what you do. If you have lower back pain, these core exercises will be great with helping you reduce and relieve some of that pain. And if you do have any other underlying conditions, there may be other reasons as to why you have lower back pain, and I do recommend you go see a doctor. I am an exercise therapist, so I can teach you these exercises that will help reduce lower back pain. But like I said, we are not going to be talking about anything else that may contribute to lower back pain. We are only going to be focusing on the core exercises that I will be showing you in this video that will help you reduce that pain. Now, a lot of lower back pain does come and stem from having a weak core. And like I said, it doesn't matter if you are a weightlifter or not. Sometimes, just having a weak core does put a lot of tension on the back. These core exercises are going to be helping you not put so much tension and weight and load up on your lower back, which obviously causes the lower back pain. So with that being said, from my own personal experience as to why I'm starting to incorporate these exercises into my fitness routine is that because I am, lifting a lot heavier now, I am stronger, and I have been noticing that my core isn't strong enough to keep up with the rest of my body. A lot of the time, a lot of the tension is being put on my lower back because that's where I'm holding all my weight. I'm really not engaging my core to make sure that I am using my core so that I don't put the pressure on my lower back. So I want to give you a little bit of an example as to what I'm talking about when it comes to weightlifting and my core not being strong enough or just being too tired out is something I do kind of regularly, and that is bent over rows. So with bent over rows, my lower back will tend to get very tired very quickly, and sometimes by the second set and the third rep, my lower back is already killing me. And that's when I know that I am not using my core enough within those exercises. As I've rambled on enough, let's get into the 5 core exercises that you can do to help relieve your lower back pain. Okay, so this first one that we're going to do is absolutely fantastic. I know so many people recommend this one, especially if you have lower back pain or if you have a very weak core. I love this one as well. They are called dead bugs. So what you're going to do for a dead bug is you're going to lay on your back. So you're laying on your back and you're going to raise your feet up to a 90-degree angle, and you're going to lift your arms up. And you want to make sure that basically you are sucking your belly button into the floor. You really want to squeeze and engage your core and try and suck that belly button in and tuck your pelvis under. The whole point of this exercise is to keep your lower back on the floor. So here you go. You're here. This is the position you're in. You look like a dead bug, basically why the name is called the dead bug. And what you're going to do is you're going to do opposite arm and opposite leg. So you are going to extend one leg and then lower one arm. And your other one is going to stay completely still. And the whole time you're trying to keep your lower back on the floor. And then it comes up and you switch. Ooh, my hip just popped. Don't know if anyone heard that. But the whole time you are trying to keep your lower back on the floor. And after the first set, which normally you should do probably about 8 to 10 of these, your core should be on fire. So go down. My hip keeps popping. Very sorry. 4. And it's really hard to keep your lower back on the floor if your core is not very strong. So I'm incorporating these because I really want to get a stronger core. So while doing this exercise, you really want to inhale through the nose and then out through the mouth. Really take it slow and really take it steady. So dead bugs are great to do. You can do them once a day. You can do them every other day. You can do them, I don't want to say as many times as you'd like, but they're a great exercise to do and put in and work into your schedule probably every day, every other day. They're a great core exercise. So I highly recommend, incorporating dead bugs into your weekly fitness routine at least 3 times a week, especially if you have constant lower back pain. These are something that could help you so much. So I definitely recommend doing at least 3 sets for 8 to 10 reps. But yeah, that is what a dead bug is. And let's move on to the next one. So I know everybody has done these at least once in their life, and that is a plank. Planks are fantastic for core strength. It's so helpful for core stability and just strength in general. Depending on how long you can hold a plank really kind of varies, shows what your core strength is. I hope everybody knows how to do a plank, but anyways, I'm still gonna show you because that's what this video is for. A plank. You can do a plank one of 2 ways, basically. You can do it on your forearms, or you can do it on your wrists, or on your, not your wrists, that was weird, your hands. You're putting, you know what I mean. Anyways, for a plank on your forearms, you're gonna put your forearms down clearly, and then you're going to get up into a plank position. I'm very lucky that I also have a mirror right here. So you don't wanna sink your lower back like this. This is not helping you. This is just going to increase your pain. You wanna have your butt not all the way up in the air either, because that's literally not doing anything for you. What you want to do is that you want to have your pelvis tucked just a little bit, and you want to have your core and your abs, essentially, if you guys don't understand what I mean by core, engaged. So you want to have them engaged, and you want to have your pelvis tucked just a little bit, and you're just going to hold. And yeah, that's basically what a plank is. You also don't want to sink into your shoulders or round so much like this, because that's also going to lead to this and this. So you want to try and be as flat as you possibly can, and all you have to do is hold. And yeah, just be aware of all of those things I just mentioned. And the same thing applies for when you're on your hands. You just kind of want to be tucked and hold. You want your shoulders above your wrists. Nothing like this again. Nothing like this again. This is not going to help you. You want to be core engaged, pelvis tucked just a little bit, shoulders over the wrists, and hold. So now planks are also another great thing that you can do basically every day. You can do them while watching TV or taking a break. You should do at least 3 sets of planks a day, whether you want to do them all at once or sporadically throughout the day, just to get you having a break or to get your blood flowing, whatever you'd like. So the longer you can hold a plank with good form will tell you how strong your core actually is and what you need to work on. So if you can only hold a plank with good form for about 15 seconds, clearly that means your core is pretty weak, and that's something you need to work on. So planks are fantastic for that, and then you should work up to being able to hold it for 30 seconds and then 45 seconds and then a minute. So if you're someone who can't hold a plank for that long, I would definitely recommend, starting with about 30 seconds each time and then working your way up and just, practicing, because, practice makes perfect, everything like that. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. All right, so this next one is a plank twist. And when I say plank twist, I do not mean plank dips. So there's a difference. So here I am in my plank. These are plank dips. And these are not what we're doing. We are doing plank twists. So these plank twists that I'm about to show you, I prefer to do up on my hands instead of on my elbows or on my forearms. You can totally do them on your forearms. It just depends on what you rather prefer. I just like to do it on my hands because I feel a better range of motion when I'm doing it. I'll show you both ways, but I'll show you the way I like first. And so for the plank twist, what you're going to do, if you have the strength to do it, is you're going to twist up and come down. And you're going to do it both sides. Up and come down. This is great for core stability because you are moving. So you do have to keep your core tight and engaged to make sure that you keep your proper form and don't lose it and rock everywhere when you are doing it. So this is what you do. You twist up and down. And if you want to get a little bit more advanced, I prefer to do the more advanced version on my forearms because I don't know why, it just feels better for me. When you're doing it on your forearms, not the advanced way, is here. You're in a plank and you're twisting up and coming down. Twisting up and coming down. So you want to make sure that your butt isn't coming up and down while you're doing them. I sometimes forget to engage everything and come down. So sometimes I'll sway and stuff like that, and you don't want to sway, but you don't want to be all like loosey-goosey. The point is to build a stronger core and be more stable. So you don't want to be all like moving around your hips and stuff like that. You want your hips to stay in one position and move with your body, and that part is controlled by your core, and then also a little bit of your legs and your glutes. The advanced version of what I'm going to show you is, I said I like to do preferred on my forearms. On my forearm, I twist up, and instead of putting my arm back down, I am going to scoop it underneath me here and come back up. So I did just stumble a little bit, so I will show you again. I am here, and then I scoop it down, hold, and then come back up. And then I will do it probably 8 to 10 times on the one side, and then I will switch because I'm not putting my forearm down. And yeah, so that's the more advanced version. You can work up to those, or you can, go big or go home, try them right away. And this next one I'm going to show you is also in a plank. So lots of planks. Planks are very good for your core if you are strong enough to do them. So these are plank marches. There is a beginner version and then a more advanced version that is very similar to the last exercise we were going to do, but it's way more difficult than the last exercise. Anyways, so plank marches. Again, you're going to be in a plank. These, again, I prefer to do on my forearms. I think it's better. What you're going to do is you're going to march your legs. You're going to pick one up and put it down. Pick one up, put it down. So you are just literally marching. And you can either hold it and then put it down and then do the other one. You can do whatever variation floats your boat, just as long as, you're keeping your core engaged, you're stable, all of that good stuff, and your form is good. So the more advanced version of plank marches is very similar to our last exercise, which is a bird dog. So again, I prefer to be on my forearms for this one. You go down on your forearms, you're here, and you're going to lift the opposite arm as leg. And these are still very difficult for me, so it may not look so good. Anyway, so what you're going to do is you're going to lift opposite arm as leg. So you go here and down, here and down, here and down, here and down. You really gotta be careful on your hips shifting and swaying. A little bit of it is kind of inevitable. You're going to be shifting, your hips are going to move slightly because you are transferring weight and stuff like that. So totally normal. What you don't want to do is you just don't want your hips to shift so dramatically over to one side, because then that's just a sign of not engaging your core and really not tightening it and using it. You're just kind of relying on like maybe your hip or your other arm or all the weight in your other foot, that type of thing. So you don't want to be relying on other body parts. You really want to be using and engaging that core. Okay, so our very last exercise is actually quite easy, and I guess maybe I should put it at the beginning because I do want to say that this is the most beginner core strengthening exercise I have for you, and it is called a bird dog. With a bird dog, you are going to be on your hands and knees. So you want to make sure that your shoulders are over your wrists. You don't want to be like this at all. You don't want to have that arch whatsoever, because that is just going to cause you a little bit more back pain than you probably already have. Like I said, you want to kind of keep your back straight and your pelvis tucked just a little bit, just so you can kind of prevent this and just naturally like arching in, What you want to do is just a slight tuck, not dramatically like this where you're kind of in like a cow or a cat, whatever that yoga pose is. Anyway, so just a slight tuck. And what you're going to do is opposite arm as leg, and you're going to extend. And you're going to hold. You want to hold for at least 3 seconds and then put back down, because holding for that 3 seconds is what is helping you stabilize your core, because your core is engaged and you're actually using it. If you can balance on your knee and your hand, that is a good sign of core stability, or at least a little bit of core stability. So what you're gonna do is, like I just showed you, extend, hold, 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 and put down. Again, we're gonna do it again so you can see. Extend and hold, hold, hold. Now, these do not have to be perfect at all. Like, your arms do not have to be perfectly straight, your legs don't have to be perfectly straight, your toes don't have to be pointed. You do want to try and not shift your hips so much. Like I said before, it is kind of just a little bit inevitable because you are transferring weight. But other than that, you really want to make sure that you are not relying on your standing or kneeling, whatever you want to call it, hip, right? So you don't want to sink into that hip while you're doing it. You want to make sure that you're propped up and your core is engaged and you're really using that. So what I mean by sinking into your hip is when you're here, right? And I don't even know if I'll be able to show you because I'm just like, I won't physically be able to handle that. Anyway, here. Actually, I can't show you. So what I'm talking about is you're sinking in like this. So see, my back is now arched and everything like that. And let me show you on the other side so maybe you'll be able to see a little bit better. So here, right, I am not sinking into my hip. I'm using my core and I'm propped up. So here, I'm going to be sinking into my hip. So this is sinking into my hip. Look at my back. It is now a little bit more arched. You can kind of tell I even dropped a little bit. My shoulder blade is up and my form doesn't look as good. So this is not what you want. This is you relying on that standing hip and putting all that weight into it. So you want to fix that. You want to hold it up, hold that core and hold. And then place back down. And you want to use that control because part of bringing that in is using the lower part of your core to really, or your lower abdominals, there we go, that's what I should say. Your lower abdominals you're using that to bring your leg in and place it back down. So basically, that is it. That is all of the 5 exercises that I have for you. I really do hope this video was helpful for you. Like I said, I'm going to be incorporating these into my weekly fitness routine or daily, whatever I decide to do. I highly recommend that you do if you do have constant lower back pain. And like I said before, there could be multiple reasons as to why you have lower back pain. It's not all just stemmed from a low core. There could be other things going on with your body, with what you do in your day-to-day life that could contribute to that lower back pain. And like I said, if it's chronic and you think that you should see a doctor, you should definitely go see a doctor. Those exercises will help strengthen your core to take some of the pressure and alleviate that lower back pain. And another thing that I do want to clear up just a little bit, those exercises are not going to give you a 6-pack. So if that's what you were thinking you were going to get out of this, that is not what you're getting. You are not going to get a 6-pack from these exercises. These exercises are just phenomenal for building core strength and stability. If you guys enjoyed this video and would like more videos like this, please let me know. I would love to do more videos like this. I would also love to update you on my, fitness routine and my fitness journey and things like that, like what type of things I'm doing in the gym, my workout split, all that good stuff. All right, but that is it. That is all I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to follow me on all of my social medias as well as subscribing to my channel. And I will see you all next time. Bye.